I have lived in this complex for to be since end of September 1995, so it'll be coming up 30 years. And I knew poly B issues were around, and it was just like a time bomb waiting to happen. And I never thought about doing anything about it, but this probably, I don't know, maybe a month ago, I guess it was 1st February, I went downstairs, it was a Friday evening, to get something from the storage room in the basement. And I went down and opened the door, and I saw some moisture on the floor. And I said, oh my goodness. And I looked up in the ceiling in the storage room, nothing. Came back out, and it was a stain on at the entryway of the storage room. I thought, oh goodness. And all I could think of was probably, the poly B piping was maybe the issue. I looked up something on the iPhone for information about poly B repairs and that kind of thing, and poly B plumbing guys came up, on the screen, and I checked it out, and it was, 5 out of 5 ratings, and the reviews were good, and he answered the phone, and I just gave him a sort of a very quick run by of what had happened, shorter than what I'm telling you. And he said, just give me a few minutes, and I'll contact one of our plumbers and see if we can get, the leak issue dealt with. He did contact me, and he came out that afternoon about 1 o'clock, fixed the leak, and sort of sucked up some of the water that had seeped into the carpet with his power vac. And then I had been told that if I went ahead with the project, that I wouldn't have, the plumbing fee would be waived, which was fine. I mean, I had to do something. I had to, get this fixed and done with, and I had already thought to myself, I can't leave this poly B issue forever. It's got to be dealt with now. So anyway, the long and the short of it, Jim, he fixed the leak, soaked up some of the water, or most of it actually, and tidied it up a bit and turned my water on, so at least I had, functioning water. And Dee had came out within the hour after that from poly B, and she did an estimate. She walked through the whole area, and she had an estimate on my iPhone about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I decided to go ahead with it, and I took advantage of the seniors discount and talked to Stephen. And so we decided on, the date for them to come and start the job. So Shane came out Monday. He was here at 8 o'clock in the morning, and he put the carpet protection down and the flooring, and was out of here within an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then Shane and his partner were here. They were here at 7 o'clock the next morning, Tuesday, and they were wonderful. His partner was from Ukraine, so didn't speak a word of English, but he and Sebastian spoke back and forth in Polish, I assume. Anyway, they were wonderful. They had the old out, and the in new, the new was in by 12:30, 1 o'clock on Tuesday. And then the town inspector from Cochrane came out here on the Wednesday and checked it out and said everything was fine. Thursday, Tony came in. He was the drywall guy. He was wonderful, just absolutely wonderful. Sort of old country tradesman that knew his job, and he did an absolute excellent job. And I walked him through my home, and he started, I think, on the Thursday, and he was here on Friday, and he asked if he could come on the weekend. I said, no problem. And, whenever he came, he was only here for 3 to 4 hours at a time. And 'cause I had nothing up here except in the laundry room. where the hose bibs are, and the back of the shower from the ensuite bathroom. And then downstairs, the family room, nothing, where the leak was, but the bedroom just below where we're sitting had numerous, holes in it, both the ceiling and the wall. And he fixed all of those. The painter came in, I think, maybe Thursday evening, I think, and I'm not sure what his name was, but he was wonderful. Got samples of the paint from the drywall, because I think one area for the laundry room, it was the same color as what's downstairs, and for the bedroom, it was kind of an eggshell, so he just took a sample with a scalpel and off the wallboard. Tony was here and he finished on Monday. Tuesday, the two painters came to the door and they said, "Is everything done?" And I said, "Yes, they finished yesterday." So they came in and painted, and the whole job was done by Tuesday about noon. So it was very, very efficient, because I've heard from other people that they've had people that have come in and it's taken a month or 6 weeks to do the work. So I was impressed with, plus the fact that I think plumbing guys, it was, one-stop shop. You had everything from the initial consultation to the finish of the work was done and organized by, I assume, probably Stephen did all of the organizing likely and setup, because it was A1 perfect. It really was. It's not a job that I would recommend to have done every year, I'll tell you that. But I mean, they made it simple, and it's not, I have to be upfront and honest. I don't know what the average cost would be, but I was expecting probably close to $10,000. And that's, with the seniors discount and GST, it came out to $10,003. So, I mean, that's pretty close to what I figured it would be. And it was, it was done. I didn't have to subcontract a painter, a drywaller, a plumber, or anybody. It was all done for me. So that was the best part of it all. I just needed to be here, I guess. And they even had a lock box, that if I did have to go out, but I chose to, to stay home and be around, and it wasn't an issue. I didn't find it an issue having them around at all. So anyway, Jim, it was, and I don't have to, the inspector said, now you can enjoy your Polly B free home.